Alright guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about the best entry module. I know why I'm starting from here, okay? So I want you to get familiar with this, okay? I know why exactly I'm starting from here. Normally you guys will be expecting me to start drawing supply and demand and market structure and all of that, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I want to teach you a clear and perfect strategy here, okay? So that's what I want to start with. A I want to start with entry module so you get familiar with it. I know when to see it, when to look for it. Okay, so I want you to take a very close look at this diagram I just draw here. This very shape this in here. Take a close look at that. I don't know what you see, but this is called the ICT MVG module or ICT entry module, however I want to call it, and it works very well whenever if you are looking at it at the specific time when you're supposed to be looking at it. Okay, so this is the entry module I use, and this is the kind of entry module I want to see. There are other modules for confirmation, which I'm going to take later as we go ahead with the course. Okay, so this happens at a specific time in the chart. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about calibrating of your charts, time and price, and all of that. Okay, so stay tuned, subscribe, like this video, and share. Okay, so you want in this kind of entry module, you want to see price break a specific low. I'll show you example on the chart, but for now, look at this diagram closely. You want to see price break a specific low. Look at this carefully. So when price breaks a specific low, like we call it that shift in market structure. It can be the you can call it coach, you can call it BOS. I don't really argue about whatever you call it. I don't care, but I call mine whatever I want to call it. But I just use the single line. I just use a single line without naming anything. I use a single line to tell me that that's actually a shift in market structure. The price have broken that low. Now, after price breaking that low at a specific time, what are you waiting for? I'm looking for FVG. I know most of you might know what's an FVG. Some of you might not know. I'm going to take a special teaching on that separately, what an FVG is, imbalance, inefficient, maybe in our next video. But for now, we are looking for what an FVG. An FVG, I'll just go to do a brief aspect of it. An FVG is the full meaning is fair value gap. So it's the gap left in price movement. For example, this movement is an FVG. All of these movements. I'm going to explain that. I'm going to talk about that in another video. But that movement, you see that gap, is called what? An FVG in technical analysis, or imbalance or inefficiency, however you want to call it. Like I said, I don't argue about names. So what I want to see is what? An FVG, and I want to see price trading back after breaking this low. I want to see price trading straight into that FVG before going back down. That's after you've correlated your price and time and your bias. Okay, so now let's look at the chart and see what we can find this. Okay, so I said I was not going to use much of the bar replay. Doesn't really help when studying, but I can use it when teaching, but I'll not use much of it. Most of my classes will be live class. I've not seen any setups today, anything to trade today, but I think I dropped some updates on the community on what to study on. But since there's no setup, I'm going to use an already live data. But this is what I do. Most of you that are in the community, you've seen me done this several times. Okay, so this entry module is, you see, price took out a high first. I say this, price took out a high first. I'm going to talk more about that specifically, but I want to make you understand this entry module. Note, this is not the only video I'm going to be doing based on entry module, but I want to start now to kind of make you understand about this entry module so you get used to it. Okay, so price run above an high, price run above a high, then break a low, right? This is telling us price is ready to sell. The algorithm is ready to sell, right? So after breaking this low, I talked about FVG. I'm going to talk more about it. The more demanding videos you want me to do or demanding teachings, I'll do them. Okay, so you see that's an FVG, right? You can just label it or you can choose not to. So that's a FVG, fair value gap. That's a fair value gap or imbalance, whatever you want to call it. So you can label it. Some people label it as their coach or their BOS, but I don't really argue about that. Okay, that's just my low I needed to see broken. So after price broke that low, what happened? I want price to come back to this FVG. Most of it I've seen my charts. Sometimes I don't write it as FVG, I write it as AOI. It's an FVG, but it's my AOI. AOI means area of interest. That's my area of interest, the area I want price to come into. Okay, so the next thing is me waiting for price to tap into there, then sell. All right. As I'm teaching you this, please don't just go and apply them on your chart. Practice them, study it. Go to your chart and find them. This is the 5 minute time frame. This module happens on any time frame. 1 hour, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, any time frame it happens. But stick with me in this course. I'm going to show you the specific time frame where you can be looking for this particular module. Okay, so what I was talking about is you taking your entries, at this low. I always take my targets at this low. I always take my target at the nearest low. Then you are expecting price to trade back to that FVG, then go down. Whether you're countering a trend or whether you're trading against the trend, you just know when to look for this particular setup. All right, so price traded there and close on that target. Price took out that target. Your stop loss can be above this high or above this low. Anyhow, this above this candlestick is at your own risk. But to be safe, you can put your stop loss above there. So this is a specific kind of module, an entry module I use. It's called the ICT FVG module, and you can find this almost everywhere you see a specific move in the chart. Okay, let me look for another one. Okay, so looking at this specific chart, you see what price did here. Like I told you, I want to see price running above this for long. If it's for short, I want to see price running above a high. If it's for long, I want to see price running above a low before breaking a specific high. You can see price broke this high with a large displacement. Make sure price is breaking with large displacement, not consolidation. I'm going to talk about consolidation for those who don't understand. So make sure price breaks this high. Some people call this liquidity sweep or BOS, some people call this coach or BOS. I don't care. That's my specific or key low I want to see being broken. And you can see this is our minor FVG. The FVG there is tiny, but it's an FVG. Don't underrate it. Price will always come back to take this out before going. Alright, so let's see if that happened. You can see price came back, close up that FVG before going. Price is always attracted to FVG. I'm going to make FVG its own special class. Okay, I'm going to talk about FVG in a special class on its own, a special video on its own. But I want you to understand that wherever there's an FVG or equal highs or equal lows, price is always magneted to it. So let's say your stop loss was here, and that FVG is what you're targeting. All right, you are trading, your take profit is above or at the nearest high. Price trigger there and boom, hit your take profit. So this is just an entry module I want you to go and study to find them on your chart. This 5 minute time frame, you can go and study and find them on your chart. And later more, we are going to be doing kind of top-down analysis on how I go down, picking a specific place where I want to snipe my trades. Okay, so for now, all I want you to understand is this entry module. First is you want to see price run above, if you are shorting, a specific high, run above it, then break a specific low. You don't just go about looking, like I said, we are not done. This is just the beginning of this course. You don't just go about looking for anywhere where this will happen. It can happen anywhere in the chart, but make sure you stick to this video or stick to this channel, subscribe if you want more on how to find these trades, where to find them, and how to take the trades. I'm just showing you a specific, like I'm just showing you the out sketch of it. There is more to it, trust me, there is more to it. I'm promising you I'm going to show that there's more to it. So what you are looking at is price running above a high, then breaking a specific low that caused that high. Then that's what we call what the shift market structure, or whatever you want to call it. Then what happened? Price, they want to see that break high, leaving an FVG, leaving a fair value gap, sorry, leaving an imbalance. You want to see that place leaving a fair value gap, then you expect price to trade back to it. If you can see, there's a similar thing here in the chart right now. These are relative equal highs. I'm going to talk about that. Liquidities, price run above it, then did what? Broke a specific low. You can see that price broke a specific low. After breaking a specific low, did it break with displacement? Yes, this is the move this is the move I want to see. I don't want to see bunch of choppy candles. If there are bunch of choppy candles leaving no displacement, that is not the module. Okay, this is leaving an FVG. So what I expect to see price, this current price, 15 minutes, what I expect is for price to trade back into this FVG as it's doing now, could fill up or go higher a bit, then continue downward. All right, this is what I'm expecting to see this place. And mind you, this happens at a specific time, not just any time. Okay, not just any time, but trust me, that's what I want to see. Okay, that's exactly what I want to see. Price run above this high, took out those highs, then traded into this FVG and break. If this happens on my next video, I'm going to do a review on it and talk about it. We'll talk about why this chart happens and when they happen. This course is going to be a very long one, so share the video to those who you feel and are in need of it, and I'm going to talk about more of these things. If you do not understand, I have a community. Do well to go there and ask any questions you want to ask on the comment section here, or you go to the Telegram community and ask your questions there. Comment at the last post, comment at any post you see there, the last post, and I will make sure I answer your questions, or I'll use your questions to make another video. All right, so that is the entry module I want to talk about today. This particular module, you can draw them. Make sure you have your notebook. Learning without jotting things down will make you easily forget them. Please have your notebook. I don't want these videos to be too long, so I'm going to stop here for now, and we'll continue the course later. So until next time, be safe.